Hi there, welcome to your weekly collective reading. This is for the third week, I forget time, but this is for your weekly reading for this January. I think today is, 17th, and happy Martin Luther King Day. This is for the 17th until like mid-late January. For this week, this is a weekly message. I'm going to tap into the vibe, the energy of what to expect this week. And I have this little power sample here to cleanse you. Obviously, I will not send any cleansing your way unless you accept. So please say I accept, and I will send this cleansing your way. Hello, how are you? Morning, day, night, whatever time you're listening to this. Grab a cup of coffee like myself, or you can have tea or water, whatever is cleansing. Also drink a lot of water today, don't forget. And obviously these messages are general, they're for the collective, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you also like my videos and want to stay tuned to consistent uploads every week, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps my channel grow and brings more readings your way. Also, I have an Instagram and a TikTok. It's lunasoul_oracle on Instagram, and TikTok is luna_oracle1 at TikTok. So you can stay tuned. I do other things as well in those other platforms, so you can keep up with me. And specifically on YouTube, I'll be doing more pick-a cards, more Reiki content, and so on. So yes, if you like so far the content that's happening, please like, share, subscribe, comment in videos, like every video if you can, and it really helps me out. So now that that's done, I'm gonna pull out some cards for this weekly's energy. I have my tarot for the theme of the week, and then we have oracle for oracle messages. So let's see what is the vibe for this week for the collective spirit. What is the vibe? A lot of cards are jumping out already. I'm already getting messages as I'm flipping the cards for you guys. We're going to be experiencing a lot of emotions. I'm hearing from my guides this week. A lot of emotions. I'm hearing sorting out. So I guess people are sorting out their emotions, maybe sorting things from the past in the present, seeing what fits, what doesn't, what needs to be said goodbye to or closed doors on. So it's a lot of sorting things out, kind of organizing yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, whatever that means. I'm hearing for some of you is sorting your thoughts and figuring out what resonates, what doesn't, what is serving your highest, greatest good, what isn't, and also physically figuring out what foods work for your body, what doesn't, what type of schedule your body needs to be on, what type of self-care routine, whatever that may be. There's also emphasis on the body and the diet and just what works, what doesn't, what if you need to drink more water, if you need to sleep more. This modification, I feel like we're adjusting and modifying because we're growing. When we grow, we have to modify also our routines to adjust to that growth. And that may be a specific message for some of you who are listening. Hi. So remember, as you change and you grow, you must modify your environment, your energy, your routine, and that will also complement this growth that you're experiencing and make it a lot smoother. Okay, as things change, we have to adjust with it, whatever that may mean, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, environmentally, whatever that means for you in that moment. So all right, I have the cards pulled out here and they have a lot of messages. So the first card we have is experiencing, and the deck I'm using is the Osho deck. This experiencing, so like I mentioned, a lot of us are experiencing a lot of different things. There's this heavy emphasis. It looks, I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but it's a little orange. So this has to do more or less with our sacral adjusting. That's the womb energy, the feminine energy, diving deeper, kind of stepping into your power, knowing who you are. So I think a lot of you right now are starting to figure out who you truly are, what you really like, what really works for you. It's not more or less because maybe some of you before kind of bounced off of others' opinions, emotions, culture, and you thought that was who you are, but no, you're realizing certain things don't fit anymore, and you're diving deeper into who you are. Therefore, you're finding your likes and dislikes. It's kind of like rediscovering you. So a lot of sacral energy this week. And if any of you feel called to, you can listen to solfeggio frequencies that are linked to the sacral chakra. You can do sacral mudras. You can even do sacral affirmations this week if you feel called to, obviously. Now, as we're experiencing, once again, we're gaining this level of awareness. So you clearly see, you're starting to see. Before, maybe you were, your vision was obscured. It was blinded. It was so much going on in your environment. And now you're starting to tap within yourself, and you're starting to see who you are, what you like. And as you experience more, your view changes. And it's okay to change. I'm hearing that specifically for some of you. Maybe some of you are having a hard time adjusting to change because you're so comfortable in who you were before. But that wasn't who you are. And you know that. And that requires you to dig deep and change. And sometimes we cling on to things that we're comfortable because stepping into who we truly are requires not knowing everything. And that does create an uncomfortable feeling, but at the same time, that's kind of taking a leap of faith on yourself and kind of figuring out as things go. So not everything has to be known, okay? Not everything, you don't have to know every step. All you have to know is you're honoring yourself and you're doing the best you can. So that's all that matters, and things will step in and be more aligned. I feel like you're stepping into a higher form of alignment. You're aligning yourself more. And this is not only your mind. For some of you, this is multiple things: mind, body, and soul. This is environment. You're just going to be stepping more into alignment overall. And this week is that sorting out, figuring what works, what doesn't, what do I like, what I don't like, specifically in terms of your emotion, and just feeling this concrete, this is what I don't like. And if you don't know what you like, focus on what you don't like and use that as a guiding tool. Okay, so if some of you don't know, I don't know what I like, well, what do you don't like? Okay, so then don't do that and use that as a guiding tool to lead you where you need to go next. So the next card we have of experience and awareness is the outsider. Once again, I felt like this was you before. Many of you, you were feeling like you wanted something more, but you were not there yet. It was kind of like you saw everyone else around you stepping into their power, people just living their life and being happy, and you just wanted that. And this is what's happening right now. You're starting to take those steps and start to make that commitment to yourself to open up and figure out what you like and opening up your awareness. And when that happens, you will no longer feel like an outsider. You will step into this realm of feeling more comfortable in who you are, kind of feeling more together, more connected to maybe your environment or even more people. I'm hearing some of you may be connecting at a higher frequency or higher timeline, and you're going to attract your soul tribe. Maybe some of you were very lonely. You kind of felt like people didn't understand you or understand your mindset, and you kind of felt a little bit ostracized. And not because people were doing this to you, but it's just, you just didn't feel like you belonged. And I think once you do this experiencing and you start to step into who you are, you no longer will feel this way. Okay? And also I'm hearing specifically with this card, if you are the type that like to be introverted during change, just don't isolate yourself so much that you may feel like this. Okay? There's people experiencing other things in different ways, but try not to over-isolate yourself to the point where you feel like an outsider. This experience, this change should be inviting. You should invite others of like mind or just others that you connect better with, and just be open to the experiences and try not to over-isolate yourself. Because I get it, it's the winter time for many of us, and we feel this need to be introverted. Introversion is nice. You can do introspective work, but letting it go to a point where you're just blocking everyone out, that's a little counterproductive. So try to be inviting as well. Invite the experiences. Maybe if people come your way that you feel connected to, invite them as well. Maybe they can help you understand yourself better, or you can help make great connections. Now, this card with the outsider, we have receptivity. So I'm hearing once again, it kind of coincides with you finding people that was like, basically there's an even-ended connection where you both are receiving from each other. Maybe before you felt that you weren't receiving the reciprocation that you would like from other people. Maybe you were investing too much in other people and people weren't investing in you, or you were doing too much for others and they weren't doing for you, or the other way around. Whatever it was, you literally felt like an outsider. You felt like a person that was in a one-sided connection. And now this receptivity, you're starting to realize the how you would like things to go in terms of connections and general relationships, whatever that may be. And this doesn't have to mean an actual person. This could be also your job. Maybe stop overworking at your job and do your job to what you feel is okay, and then take a rest afterward. Maybe not taking those extra hours, maybe not giving yourself so much to it where you feel so drained. Whatever it is, I'm hearing there's going to be a balancing out of receptivity. You're soon going to find out how to balance your connections, whether that's work related, family, friends, even within yourself. There's definitely a balancing. And you're no longer going to feel like this outsider. Maybe some level of awareness that you're going to learn is how to balance your connections and how to balance maybe things from one part of your life to the other. Maybe home and play, or maybe self-care and passions, whatever that may be. You're learning to balance. Because once again, the suppression card, we have the last card, suppression. Things are going to come out whether you like it or not. And I'm hearing from Spirit, some of you are being a little bit, how do you call it? How would I say? Resistant in a way to change. And I get it. The reason there's some resistance is because there's some things that you need to release. There's some suppressions. You basically suppressed your emotions or feelings in regards to a certain aspect of your life, to the point where you kind of felt comfortable in that. You kind of feel comfortable being the outsider to a point, because it required you to be open, because you're suppressing something. Clearly, some of you isolated yourself so much because there's a lot of suppression. You feel that you're not ready to let that out. But now there's a time of balance. You have to start balancing and releasing. And as you release, that's when you have to learn to be open. Because literally, the you see the gate here has a, what do you call it? Has a lock here. And Spirit's telling me you have the key. You feel like you're locked, but you're not. You're locked because this suppression, this emotion, this belief that you are trapped when you're not. And you have to be more receptive to the change that's happening right now and allowing it to come. Kind of being more aware of, okay, I have to play a part in this change as well. This change is here for me, but I have to accept it, embrace it, in order for me to step into this new awareness and this new balance in my life. So that's what I'm hearing for tarot for quite a bit of you. So this is a difficult, I feel like for some of you, it may be difficult to embrace change. And I get that. When we're comfortable in certain system of belief systems, we believe it to be true. But what we must understand is that everything in life changes. Not everything is always going to be permanent. There's always a change, and we have to adapt to that change. And when we adapt and we learn how to change and transform, that's when we step into that higher self. We step into things that we never did before. We're open to new experiences, new understandings, and just inviting a new form of life every time. I feel like every experience has its meaning and lessons behind it, and I think we need to be more receptive. So balance is definitely a key here. Now we're going to ask for some more guidance. And I have a new deck. I love this deck. It's the Astro deck. So I'm excited to use that. So this is for any messages for this week. Any oracle messages. Okay. All right. So I pulled 3 cards here. So the first card we have is Pisces. So clearly Pisces, the balance, is an emotional card. It's a water energy this week. So clearly we are balancing our emotions more. We're learning to, it says here, sensitize. Being more open to our emotions, allowing us to feel more, understand more. I think a guiding force this week is understanding your feelings and the roots of those feelings, and kind of embracing change that is within those feelings. There's clearly something that all of you are experiencing, and you have to learn how to balance it out as well. And this second card here is solar calm. So it says here, clarify. So I think as we learn to navigate through our emotions and balance them out, that's when clarity steps in this week. You're going to be seeing things a lot clearer, less clouded with emotions, and more or less with a lot of clarity and just understanding. I feel like you're going to see your path a little clearer this week. Maybe you have, you'll be getting more ideas or epiphanies in regards to your journey. And I think that's going to help you feel better about what's going to happen next. You may not know what it is, but you know you're stepping into a better experience, timeline, and just a better you. So with the feelings of the Pisces, which is something that we have to go through, do not suppress them. Do not suppress those emotions. We have to let it out so we can experience and understand. And as we do that, we clarify and we see clearly things more and more. You'll see things from a higher perspective. You start to see things in its entirety, and that will allow you to keep taking those next step forwards into that transformation and change. And the last card we have is progressions. So right here it says journey. So clearly this is obviously a part of your journey, this change that's happening. It's an emotional change. It's deep-rooted emotional change. And I feel like as you clarify and learn from these emotions and this change, I think it's going to basically make a big impact in your journey. And some of you, it may even change it. It make you do a 360 or 180 in your journey and things. You might be stepping into a better situation, reality. You might even invite big opportunities. I'm hearing for some of you, because of what's happening right now, the next couple of months, you're going to have huge, big opportunities of growth. This may be internal growth, emotional growth, physical growth. Maybe you're doing more things in the physical realm. Maybe you're exercising more. Maybe you're feeling better physically. And also in your environment, some of you may be moving. Some of you may be doing a different job. Anything that's big that you have been manifesting or hoping for, it's going to come in the next couple of months. So this big change is necessary. It's part of your journey. It's something that you know deep down that you need. And you have to embrace it. I know we get comfortable in the past. Don't let yourself suppress and keep your emotions down. Let it come out, obviously, in the most productive way you can. And yeah, that's overall your message for this week. I hope these messages help you navigate this week. Please comment down below, like this video. It really helps me. Let me know if any of these messages resonate, and let me know if anything happens this week that resonates with any of the messages. Hey, this happened and you mentioned this. I love to hear from you. Please, I'm a chatty chatterbox, so I love to hear from you. Please like, subscribe, and I have more pick cards and videos and coming through. And yeah, I want to say thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you for anyone who vibe with these messages that have given me beautiful feedback. I appreciate you 100%. And I also want to say that my goal for this channel is just to provide confirmations of what you already feel and help you recognize your own power, that we're all powerful, we're all in charge of our own lives, and we can really change things around if we just open up a little bit more. And what I want to do is just have everyone thrive and be happy, and we all deserve that. And yeah, that's my goal, just to help. As you're healing and you're learning, I'm doing the same thing. I am not 100% perfect now. I'm healing, I'm changing, I'm crying, so we got this. I'm just here. I'm your spiritual friend here. Hi. And I'm just like, hey, you got this. I'm your cheerleader. I'm like, hey, you're strong. You have a lot of power. You can do this. Some days may be shitty, but every day you choose you, and that's all that matters. That's what makes a world of difference. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I see you on the next one. Bye.